going forward. We are going to be an agent of only good things at sports stuff happening. Only positive cheers going forward, because that will make John Cougar Mellencamp happy. What a moment for John Coug yesterday.
Oh, you mean Hoosier hospitality?
What's that?
You mean Hoosier hospitality?
That's right. In quotes like this.
Mr.
Coug Mellencamp. I don't know what he thought he was doing with that particular quote tweet. I respect and appreciate the fact that he said, you know what? I've made a pretty good living over the last few years, grandstanding higher than anybody else on everything.
Yeah.
This feels like a good time to do that right now. And he puts out this horrendous quote tweet. I mean, this horrendous graphic. John, can't tell you how bad everything you did here was. Everything. The graphic, the quote, the timing. You're 2 days late, John. You're 2 days late, bub. Puts this thing out there. Doesn't even say my name.
No.
John, shut the fuck up. Okay? So they put this out, calls me somebody. Okay? Yep. I am somebody. And I normally don't want people to just get slaughtered, you know?
Sure.
Because I know we have a very active following, and I appreciate the hell out of those people. They are very kind. The people that have followed our story are the greatest people on earth, because there's a lot of times they could have just said, no, we're not doing this anymore, and they've stuck with us. They are active, though, and they like us, John. I know you probably talk to people that say they don't like me, you know, and you probably read from journal. We know who you hang and who you listen to, John. So you probably read a lot of people that don't like me. I don't think you or your team had any idea that there's might be people that are on my side, John. So I hope whenever you opened your X account, if it is you seen what everybody did, and you could have taken the angle and be like, hey, there's some people attacking Pat for what he did. I'm actually on Pat's side because we represent this state of Indiana. We're lucky and thankful to represent this state of Indiana. We don't have a lot of people pulling for us in the state of Indiana, but you know what? I see another young buck that's doing it, and I appreciate him doing it. You could have easily done that, John, but instead you try to think you were going to bury me. I don't think so, John. Hey, Coug, suck it, buddy. And hope I get a chance to see you real soon. I think we were probably going to be at the same place pretty soon.
Oh, yeah.
I don't want any of your bullshit, okay? I don't like you. I know your name, and I don't like you. Your songs are pretty good.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Lil Diddy, what's that mean? About Jack and Diane. Two American kids growing up in the hot land. That shit's great.
Yeah.
Song.
He's got a couple.
He's got a couple bangers.
I
he
bet.
does. He does. Coug's got a couple bangers.
He's had a lot of success. He's been a great success story for the state of Indiana that is my home now, and it's a good thing. He could have seen everybody trying to kill me for this and kind of had my back. He goes the opposite way, and then what happens in turn is every human that's ever encountered him sees this as a bird call to tell their story about John Mellencamp. And it turns out, I didn't say this, but a lot of people are saying, who the hell are you to speak about treating people right? And we didn't say that. We're just reading the responses to that. And hey, Coug, have a good one, brother. I hope every sporting event you go to goes the exact same way that Game 4 went. And I hope your little head just explodes because you can't take it anymore. And Talks the Tables here at Boston Connor, at Ty Schmidt. What a day on X yesterday for Coug.
Yeah, I mean, to be quite frank, it was absolutely awesome because you don't ever see someone miss the mark so completely anymore. Like, Coug was thinking that everyone was going to be like, you know what? Thank you, Coug. That's not Hoosier hospitality. We don't do that kind of stuff. And like you said, I mean, yeah, Coug has some bangers. He does. Let's not get that twisted. Like, this guy in his day was, I mean,
a heat maker.
Exactly. But I mean, we're talking tweet after tweet after tweet after tweet after tweet. Because at a certain point, you could be like, well, you know, like a lot of this could be BS. There are about 5,000, 7,500 responses, all basically saying like, hey, John, don't you remember when I interacted with you and so and so and so?
There's a lot of those.
A lot of those.
Ton of them.
This guy is a massive asshole.
It's what people say.
Yeah.
It's what people say.
I don't know him from, anything else, but we
saw 8 million views on his. There's no way he thought that thing goes out yesterday during the show. I think, like, we're at the tail end of the show, and it goes out, and I'm reading it. And I think this got to be a joke.
Yeah, I thought it was.
Then I read through it again, and it's like, nope, keeps going, and the number of views and interactions with that thing just starts climbing. I see it has 1.5 million. I'm like, that's a big tweet.
Huge.
That is a good tweet. There's people that see these tweets that have like 40 million views or whatever. That is outliers. If you get like a million impression tweet, that is gigantic. Like, those are big numbers. This guy's at 8.3 million or whatever right now on this thing. This thing has just been a runaway. And I want to be honest, it very rarely happens. I appreciate everybody going to bat for me, seemingly.
Yeah, that was awesome.
Felt like everybody was kind of on my side on
Seen everybody stand up, unlike John Cougar did for our Stars and Stripes.
Yeah, bingo. We can talk about allegeds. Thank you, Tony.
You're welcome.
That's one half of the hammer.
Dahn.
Cowboys, AP Tone.
We can talk about the alleged stories that people have. We were in Lucas Oil.
I mean, he put the entire Colts. He put the Colts in an interesting spot because he's in Colts suite too.
And everyone in that suite was standing up, except I think for maybe one person that was 90 plus years old. And then you look over, and Mellencamp isn't standing up. So I get it. Those other people are telling their stories. One of the most respected newscasters in Indiana, Angela Gano. She shared her 2 cents. She didn't really even go into it, but she basically alluded to.
She's been on TV for 24 years here in Indianapolis. Went to IU. She's like a TV legend.
Mm-hmm.
She even felt that, like, as I was reading this, I'm like, John Coog had no idea. But I did know that was not a good indicator for what was going to happen in our game.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
He's a Pacer fan, allegedly. He's lived here his whole life. He gets free tickets, I think, so he goes and shows up at these things, takes over entire portions. His little crew, too, they act like they created the place. I've had to deal with this group numerous times before. He's a legend, though. Lil Diddy, about Jack and Diane, sucking on chili dogs. Outside taste freeze. Great, like we are saying this. But yeah, I knew it wasn't a good indicator for what was going to happen in the game. As I was reading, I'm like, this is not good.
Yeah.
And then everything I said, not good. And then how big that got, not good.
Right.
How empowered they had to feel, not good. Did not feel great about game last night, which is why during the show yesterday, I was like, we lose this one. It's all right, it's best of 7. Because I had a bad feeling. Game 6, back here in Indiana.
Hell yeah.
Sucking on a chili dog.
Yeah, exactly.
We're going to be doing just fine.
Well, and
we're going to be doing just fine.
Mellencamp actually didn't even get to see the game, too, because allegedly in the first quarter when the Knicks started booing, he just destroyed his TV.
Really? He said, this is not sportsmanship.
Yeah, basically just, are you kidding me?
Well, I thought maybe his high horse was so high he didn't have his binoculars to be able to watch the game.
Probably the case.
There's a chance he couldn't see all the way down there.
John Mellencamp, who was he standing up for? Who was he grandstanding for? Like, not Indiana Pacer fans.
No, good people in Indiana.
Because
I was a terrible person. I was somebody. It was nice to feel like somebody, though, for one thing.
Yeah. Not even, though. He was standing up for the big city bigwigs because he said, he was like, he called out, these Knicks fans down there, and they got booed. And that's not Hoosier hospitality. So he wasn't even, he wasn't even like some average Joe Knicks fan. He was upset that you were calling out the big city bigwigs who were down there. And
he was saying this is not what we do. He was standing up for the real people of Indiana.
No, I think Ty's right. I saw him taking a knee, kind of doing the whole entire thing, kind of basically bending the knee to the gritty corporate fat cats of New York.
Well, I appreciate the fact that he made the graphic.
It was a good graphic.
I appreciate the fact that
kind of tough to read. Kind of tough to read the white overlay in the picture behind it.
It's a good picture.
I mean,
the white on white shirt didn't do it for
you? But Lil Diddy. Two American kids growing up in Heartland. You know what they say? Jackie gonna be a football star. That's a heater.
Yeah.
Okay? That is an absolutely. Oh, baby, make it hurt so good. Sometimes love don't feel like it should. Don't hurt so good. Banger. This guy makes good music. And he, has been from Indiana his whole life. So I respect that. Seen in a lot of events.
Don't respect him sitting down at those events.
Everybody else standing, bud.
That's tough. Do you think he has any idea of the specific individual stories that people reach out to him and let them know happened?
I don't know if you can hear what all the peasants are saying.
Yeah, no, I
whenever
agree.
you're high horsing the way John Mellencamp has. And think about how much his horse has grown over the last few years.
Oh, yeah.
It was a high horse. Now that some bitch is a giant.
Giant, yeah.
That thing's a giant. And he's just, hey, this guy fucking made people boo at a sporting event? I don't think so. He came riding in paint today. Lil Diddy. But what the fuck I think on his high horse.
Yep.
Can't hear what everybody else is saying.
Bingo.
I can't hear what everybody else is saying. Yeah. And I don't think he was the one that, I don't know, I always try to make the benefit of the doubt for these olds.
Sure.
No, I think he was in
Do you?
In all that software doing it. I was trying to think of the editing
word.
software, but I couldn't come up with it in my mind.
Yeah, some $2.99 a month meme app on his phone.
You think he made that?
Yeah.
I think there's a chance with how bad it is.
I think there was somebody that told him he should say something because he probably read like there was the Hollywood Reporter,
Sure.
Variety,
Yep.
at least Sports Illustrated, many others.
New York Post.
New York, yeah, he was reading all these. He was reading all these, just going, oh, oh, oh. And somebody around him was like, oh, you should say something, John. And he said, took the toothpick out of his mouth because that's what he does. He looks super cool. Yeah, I should. And then he said something. And then somebody goes, we'll put that on X-ray. He goes, yeah, make sure people hear that.
Bingo.
And then he walked away.
Exactly.
And then they were like, we're going to make this look sweet. It's a good quote. Fucking put it on the picture. Bang, bang, make this thing artsy. Has anybody told him how this has gone?
I think I would guess word has gotten back to him at this point. Like, John, don't ever. We're not doing that again. Okay, we're not doing that ever again. Try to tarnish your reputation overnight. You've been making bangers for 45 goddamn years. Now everyone hates your guts overnight.
No, it turns out he just learned that everybody hates his guts.
Well,
Yeah.
I think that's what we all did. I did not expect that reaction. To be honest, I thought I was in one there. I thought I was in one there. I was
Really?
like, yeah, when I saw the quote, I'm like, whoa, no. Because John's at every event. If he can get free tickets, John's going to be there.
Sitting.
But who's like I said, who's he? You like first off with it, with your whole promo that you did, the whole place, the whole arena was jacked. The players were jacked. Everybody was pumped.
Yeah.
Who was he standing up for?
Well, he heard that Ben Stiller maybe wasn't happy. Because remember, Ben originally, I think, was a little indifferent about it. Then Ben, I think, watched it back, heard that I said ears ringing and not just said, get these sons of bitches to New York. And then Ben was like, oh, cool. You should come out to it. Like, he was past the point of everybody that he thought he was standing up for getting past it. They're like, oh, okay, this understand, makes sense. Not that there was a large majority of people that were against it, but there were some people that were like, this dude just said, get these sons of bitches back to New York. Like, that does come off a little bit. You know, like the people that are normally the grandstanders.
I guess it was not for the national TV audience though. That was for that arena
Strictly
right there.
for the arena, yeah. I'm talking to the arena right now, yeah. And we're trying to win a game. we are trying to win a game, and this atmosphere can certainly help, especially with what I heard happened after the race on Sunday. It's like, hey, okay, here we go. So I think everybody that, like, maybe at the beginning were like, that was unexpected, that never happens. Then they're like, oh, okay, moved on. Ben Stiller was like, invited anytime. Obviously, this game not possible because the tickets are already taken, but invited anytime, which is very cool with Ben Stiller, by the way. Would like to say that to Ben. Appreciate him. And I'm texting with, Miles last night. Like, everybody understood what was going on.
Yeah.
I think there was like a respect type thing. Now, I did throw myself into the fire for the New York Knicks fans. Now I made myself a target, which goes back to Gronk.
But that's sports.
That is what's
That's part of it. That's heated competition.
I'm in it.
Exactly.
And I understand that.
Right.
And I said this in the first hour, AJ. John Coog coming after me, day of the game, okay? Then Indiana deciding to just,
kill him.
I mean, it was a
bloodbath.
It really was.
It's a bloodbath.
I don't know if he
Sharks the
knows
blood.
how to open X. He should not. And his people that did this for him and posted this for him, you're probably going to be fired if I had to guess. I'm not, maybe not, though. I'm not 100% sure. Whoever relays the message is probably not going to get a good response, in that entire thing. So you got to pick and choose who's going to do that. But it's like, then we got a little infighting happening here in Indiana now. Okay, now everybody's kind of on one side, it feels like. But still, that's a little negative. Then the amount of juice that I kind of added into this, that was a little negative.
Are you worried?
Just last night, I thought last night was going to be a tough one.
You think the Cougar will be there tomorrow night?
Oh, I hope.
I hope so,
I
Jesus.
hope to God.
Give him a microphone.
Oh, yeah.
Give him a microphone for fourth quarter.
Oh,
Let him do a
yeah.
little ditty. That'd be great. I'd love to hear it. That would be great, actually.
There's no chance.
If he goes, little ditty, about Jack, everybody would sing along. That'd be a positive
He ain't doing it
experience.
for free.
Yes, he is.
I don't know if they'd all sing along after this whole ordeal.
Ladies and gentlemen.
That might fall on deaf ears.
No, Indiana would give him. I mean, he is an Indiana
He
guy.
could hit a hip hip hooray like you wouldn't believe. I bet.
You're right. A boom boom. Let me hear you. Could do that. Are you stopping over at the Memorial this weekend?
I don't know. I might. It's torrential downpour still pretty much over there. I got a son selling Gatorades and waters outside one of the gates trying to pick up some extra cash. So hopefully it's
Are you
fun.
donating that money, or is that coming back to the Hawk House?
That's going directly to my son's safe in his room.
I like that. Good hustle out of the kid. How much you charging for these Gatorades that he's certainly not allowed to be up for resale?
Yeah, that's part of the process. What we're doing, probably $5 a pop, maybe 3 for $10 if you want, 3 for $12, and we bought ponchos.
3 for
as well.
$10, 1 for $5. That's a good.
Yeah.
That's good steal. That's a good deal.
You got to take advantage of the drunk guys coming. You go towards the end of the tournament, all the drunk people stumbling out of the thing. I was driving by on the road last night, saw multiple people having a tough time putting one foot in front of the other, so they had a good time.
They would have needed 3 for $10 there. I don't know where Axel was or who's the one doing the exact sales. Are these cold Gatorades? Has to be cold, right? They got to have a cooler?
Yeah, he and a couple of his buddies have been doing it for a couple of years. We bought like 15 ponchos last night, too. We can upcharge big time for those.
Oh, we're selling ponchos. We got a little stand.
Wow.
We got a little bodega coming up. Do we got any?
We
got any blueberry muffins or anything? Maybe the cheese crackers, peanut butter crackers. That's good for the drunks as well.
Should buy a whole bunch.
Oh, yeah.
Buy a whole bunch of Zyn. I don't know.
For real.
I don't know if you want your son.
Yeah.
You make sure he's not. And him and his buddies aren't getting in there. But
Yeah, I sold cigs in 5th grade. It was good, 50 cents a cig. That's good. That's good profit. I don't want to say you guys should be doing that.
Zyn would be good. He said guys are asking for beer all the time, so he wants to be able to sell beer. I said, well, you got to watch out because there's cops all over the place. They won't want you selling beer.
Listen, if you're going to sell these beers, we're going to have to put them in Gatorade bottles.
And you got to tell them you stole them from your parents too. We didn't give them to you.
Yeah, we did not help in this process.
Zyn you could sell for $50 a can.
$25 a can for sure. And those things will go like hotcakes.
Yeah.
All right, so think about letting your child sell Zins to these drunk adults.
Yeah.
He doesn't know what it is. He doesn't know what it is.
Just tell him. My dad told me these are magic pouches. It's $25 a tip.
It's caffeine.
$20, kid. How about $20 deal?
Yeah.
Boom, pow.
Boom.
Bang.
You sell some
Boom.
extends too.
This kid's gonna buy your house.
Oh yeah.
I don't know. I don't know if we need to.
That is part. I mean, we've brainstormed a lot of different things.
Yep.
That would go well.
Narcan.
All right, let's talk. Ben Griffin's in the lead. He's 7 under at the Memorial. It's going to be a muddy track. Everybody's there though. I saw Scotty golfing with Peyton in the Pro-Am.
He's up to 4th.
Scotty's hot today. So far.
So Scotty's going to win that.
Yeah.
There's a good chance.
Did you rent your house to anybody?
No, I'm in my house this year, going strong.
Let the kid make the money this year.
Exactly.
Smart.
It's either the house or the kids, one or the other. We didn't rent the house. Get out there and sell.
Scotty's currently plus 120 to win this tournament.
Okay.
Rory's hot on his heels, I'm pretty sure, though.
So is the Memorial. Roy's terrible.
He's not
And he,
playing this year.
and he didn't even call Jack to tell him he wasn't coming.
Yeah, there's some beef with Rory in this tournament now. It feels like Rory's on the outs with some of the old heads of golf.
Okay, so the Memorial, everybody plays in it. It's not a major, obviously.
Elevated. It's an elevated event, though. One of those deals.
It's an elevated event. They like it. It does feel like it's always packed. Like it feels like.
Yeah, it's Jack Nicklaus. Yeah, it's Jack's course. So that's why I think. And it's an elevated event. It's a big, awesome place. So yeah, I think it's a big deal.
So Rory's not doing the elevated event. Isn't that like kind of the entire thing that he was fighting for? Is he hurt? Do we know? Is he okay?
I think he's fine, but
Getting
we
ready
don't
for the
know.
U.S. Open. Getting ready for the Open, I guess. He has like a whole process before the U.S. Open, I guess he likes to do.
And remember at the PGA Championship, he didn't talk to the media after any round, and that was a really big deal, and no one really knows why. He had something with they tested his driver, and they don't know if it was officially legal to use. So there's been a lot of stuff with Rory going on.
Is he okay?
I
hope
hope
he's
so,
okay.
yeah.
I think he's okay.
Yeah,
Rory, we
he's
hope you're okay, bud. Look at us. Who's your hospitality?
He won the
right.
Masters. He's happy. He's got to be happy.
they're not happy with him.
Just call the Golden Bear next time, all right?
Exactly. Let him know you're not coming.
Make a graphic like Kook.
Exactly.
Boom, that would work.
Exactly.
Sorry to go back.
I'm trying to read it. Like, you remember those 3D photos you had to cross your eyes with?
Oh, yeah.
That's what it felt like reading that graphic.
Yep.
There's no way he's reading it.
Oh, Coog's not happy.
Is that Kook's nip?
He said it.
That's somebody. Got it.
How did Coug respond to the Malice in the Palace back in the day? I bet he struggled when the Pacers got in that fight.
Well, he was too busy sucking on chili dogs outside to taste the freeze. What a line.
True.
That's why it's such a bummer, because it's all the songs are so good.
I know.
I've been out on him for a while, so this is just kind of the cherry.
Yeah.
Don't stand for the flag. That's it.
National anthem, yeah. I mean, that was a big deal. He's in the Colts box doing it years after it's already stopped.
Yep.
Doing it in the Colts box. So it's like now everybody has to answer a question. Take the free seat, though. I understand, John. Take the free spots. Got to do what you got to do. His hair is so cool, too. It's like a little... It's like always kind of messed up a little bit.
Little curly
no,
cute
Like that
coming
Cry...
down
You ever
above.
see the movie Cry Baby back in the day?
Oh, yeah.
That's literally what he looked like there. Little Travolta in Grease. Then he's got that toothpick coming out of his mouth. It's always so
razor.
cool looking.
Cool, man.
So cool looking.
Instead. He's
still touring?
He's a sack of bones.
He could have had my back, H. You know that?
I mean, it doesn't make any sense. Who is he standing? He's apologizing to the New York fans when he is supposedly a diehard Pacers Indiana, like everything Indiana fan.
Yeah, I don't know. Like, he just could have went a different way.
He didn't have to say anything
at all.
You had the thing with Ben Stiller, and then Ben Stiller was like, "It's cool, man. Hey, it is what it is. Whatever."
It's a game.
End of story. Like, he didn't. Like you said, it was 2 days after the fact.
I believe there's a TMZ article. Pat McAfee responds to John Mellencamp. Shut the fuck up, they say.
Oh, yeah.
Pat McAfee responds to John. Hey, Coop, suck it, buddy.
That's a good byline.
I love that. The headline.
Yeah, had to do it. Had to do it. Had to do it.
Just
a little ditty by John Cougar.
Oh, look at who's in the background of that post right there.
I don't know. That's John.
To the left.
Oh, jeez. What is that?
It's the documentary.
That's Diddy's trial. Hey, I haven't been keeping up with that. A lot of stuff's been being said about a lot of people.
Yeah. A lot of people
I'm
don't
not getting
know.
into it, but
Feel Good Friday.
and I never know what's real and what isn't real. You know, I'll see like one account recap everything it said, and then I'm like, how does this person know? And they're like, well, they're in the trial. It's like, are they? Is anybody else reporting this? No. Seems like they're saying some pretty crazy stuff. Yeah, it's pretty crazy in there. It's like, well, how come nobody else is? You know, there's a lot going on in there.
Yeah, to the internet.
I wish it was televised.
Yeah, why? Well,
isn't it the judge's decision, I believe?
I mean, there's a lot of things that are judges' decisions, it sounds like. And you get that Dahn thing, you got a lot of power.
Yes, you do.
A lot of power.
Yeah.
And if you get called to testify, you have to answer. Just so people
Yeah,
know.
you get subpoenaed.
Yeah,
That
just
is
so
the way
people
it goes. I think that is how it
Kid
goes.
Cudi's taking a lot of shots.